Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox. Welcome to another live stream on the channel. We're back with Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Now, I've been working really hard at this job, basically, to try and build up the levels that we've been able to get to. We're up to level 30 now, and last time we completed, finally, our Dodge Charger, which is just over here. Now that we have access to the paint bay and everything, we have all that finished. It's looking pretty sharp. I'm trying to get more of a glossy finish on the paint, but it doesn't seem to be able to do that. But it does look pretty awesome. We have it largely all finished up. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I can still see I'm missing the mirror on this thing. I still got to put that thing on. So I missed a mirror when I was assembling it, so it looks a little lopsided. You can see the passenger side mirror, but not the driver's side one. But what I thought we would do today is work on our Shelby Cobra. So this is another one that I hauled out of the junkyard. And for whatever reason, when you bring them back to the shop, they seem to get a little bit cleaner looking than they are when they're in the junkyard. This thing was totally covered in like peeled off paint and like rust spots and everything, so it looked just awful. And I haven't even looked under the hood yet, but it looks like we're probably missing a fair number of engine parts there too. It looks like we have might have the heads there, but we don't have the manifold. So there's a few other things that we'll be missing in there. But what we'll do today is we're going to tear this whole thing down and we'll rebuild it all. We'll get it all finished up with a new paint job and new chrome and all that, all the new mechanical pieces, all new body pieces, and then maybe take it out for a spin on the track. But this particular car is currently valued, I guess, at $9,750. It's in wonderful condition at 13%, which is just awesome. But we're going to take this and we'll send it off to the garage, and then we'll go join it there. It's going to take a little while to tear through all this. I'm not sure if this is going to take the full 2-hour stream that I normally have. But we'll see how long it takes. Thank you to everyone who's already joined in the stream. Welcome. Those of you who are in the chat and those of you who are here chatting early, as there's always usually a few of you. That's pretty awesome as well. Already know it's good. Which, the car? I haven't seen this one pulled apart just yet. No, I didn't fix the mirror yet. I haven't had a chance to get back into the game. This is the first time I've jumped into play since I did the Dodge Charger video. So I haven't done anything further on it, but I have to fix the mirror. I think I need to fix the I think it's the radiator cap or the cap that's for refueling the vehicle. I think it's the radiator cap is something that you can change in it to get the mechanical parts up to 100% because it's at 99% now. And then apparently if I put on the license plates as well, it should get pretty close to 100% on the body part of it, which will be good. So lots to do on this. I'm going to send this over to a lift because there's obviously no way this is going to start. So there's no point even trying to take it onto like a test track or the test path or anything else. I don't even see... I must have missed something. I think I missed Ray's comment, but... Hi, Warlord. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Okay, so I think what we'll start with today... You know what, let's start with the engine. Let's try and get the engine ripped out of this thing. I have no idea how it's supposed to... I'll take the whole hood off. Just get the thing out of the way altogether. We're going to have to fix or replace it anyway. I should make sure I don't have any junk in my inventory, and I do. Get rid of all this stuff. I love the sell junk button. I don't know if it was there to begin with. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but it certainly makes clearing out old parts and stuff a lot easier. I've still got a lot of junk parts in here from some of the work that I was doing with cars that I just brought into the shop. Let's see, I might as well keep the distributor cap. That might actually come in handy on this build. Oh, there's my left side mirror. I'm going to keep that right there as just a quick little reminder for myself that I need to put that thing back on my charger. What a shame. If I'd looked at my inventory when I was working, it would have worked out. But alright, so we need the engine lift first. Or the engine crane, rather. We'll get this thing pulled out. I figure this will probably take somewhere around an hour and a half to rip through, and then we can go see how it handles on the track once it's all finished. Grab the engine out. Oh yeah, I should probably unhook the gearbox and everything first. We'll probably want to make sure that there's no oil in it, although I'm really suspecting that this thing is probably going to be pretty much tapped out. It might not even have an oil pan, actually, once we get under here. No, I don't actually have a P.O. box, though I should get one set up. A few people have asked about it. Yep, we don't have to worry about draining the oil because there's no oil pan. So that makes that easy. There will obviously be no problem with anything seized in here since it's all open to the elements. Yeah, I should get a P.O. box set up, but I just don't have one yet. I've been procrastinating on it a little bit. Usually when people want to send me something, they just jump on the Discord, and there's a fan creation section there. But if I know there are some things that people make, and they would actually like to just send in physical form. So I'm going to get a P.O. box set up for that eventually. And then once I have a P.O. box, I'll make it available so that people know how to send stuff in. You're marathoning all the... That's actually... The episodes are relatively long. It takes quite a while to pull the cars apart. Oh, there was no starter on this thing, even. So, I think I might even have a spare starter. I can't remember. I should probably check my parts locker before I start putting too much back on the car. Okay, we got that disconnected. It looks like I don't have to worry about disconnecting the exhaust since there's no exhaust manifolds on this thing. Oh my gosh, there's just like a busted block. This thing's gonna be... I'm gonna be buying a lot of parts for this one. Yeah, we'll weld the body to remove the rust. I'll do that... well, I mean, I'll do that in a little bit, but... We'll hold the engine out here, so that's good. So she's all just a big empty cavity now. This engine is just going to be... This is going to be a hot mess. All right, so if we go over to our little engine crane here, we can stick it on for what it's worth. I mean, there's really not much on here. I don't even have all that much to rip off of this thing. Take off the... oh, wait a minute. What have I got going here? Oh, I got a couple of the push rods. That's what it is. It's interesting that they managed to even keep any push rods in this thing with the way that it's all kind of stripped apart that way, but whatever. No, Pedro, didn't miss too much. We just started, so I basically just hauled the car into the garage. We're working on the Shelby Cobra, which is the DC Typhoon in this game. Basically, just I hauled it in the garage. We've pulled out the engine after disconnecting the gearbox. There was no need to drain the oil because it's missing the oil pan, and we're getting into ripping the engine apart now. With any luck, I'll be able to fix, hopefully, these heads, but I don't know. They tend to be fairly expensive, so I'm not super looking forward to actually buying them, except that, I mean, our cash is in a pretty good position now, so I probably shouldn't worry too much about it. Make me a pen that has a gear shift that extends and retracts the tip. Oh, that's cool. Everything's good. It's good so far. Well, look at that. There's no bearing caps on here, I don't think. So once I get the pistons off... Oh my gosh, there's not even any piston rod caps. How is this stuff even staying together? It's all the rust holding it in place. Rust and carbon buildup. Get out our crankshaft. There we go. Alright, so the whole thing's stripped down. I'm going to see if I can fix the block. I have a feeling not. It might be... Why can't I... Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, it's not stripped down yet. I still have the camshaft in here. There we go. Okay. See if we can fix the block. I have a feeling we won't be able to, because whenever something's damaged, like, really badly, you usually can't fix it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's even going to give me the option. Alright, so we managed to fix, I think, at least one of the heads. So how did we fare? Well, not surprisingly, the clutch pieces we didn't really fix. Those very rarely seem to get repaired. The drive shaft's in a little better shape. We fixed both of the engine heads, so that's good. We didn't even get a chance to fix the piston and con rod, so we'll have to just replace all those. The crankshaft is fixed, so that's good, but the engine block is toast. And so is the camshaft. So we're going to have a lot of parts to buy for this. Now, because I couldn't really add things to my shopping list, we'll have to just kind of jump in and out every now and then. Sorry, what am I looking at here? I need engine block, V8 overhead valve. And incidentally, thanks to somebody, I don't remember who it was, but somebody left some tips on one of the videos to let me know what the short form lettering was for different parts. And all of it made sense once he said it, but it didn't clue into it initially. Angling block. No can types. So V8 overhead valve, we'll grab that. Ooh, $2,250. This is going to be an expensive build, I think. Probably more expensive than the Charger, only because with the Charger, we had a little bit more parts to work with, I think, for the engine. Yeah, never underestimate the static friction that rust and silt create. Yeah, it should be great. All that wonderful carbon buildup on there, too, just acts like a nice glue to hold it all together. Okay, so we're going to need 8 pistons and piston with con rods. That'll also need the caps and the rings. So we'll go with pistons or postons. The much more popular poston. There's another $576. I kind of wish this thing would keep track of how much you spend on a particular build. I should have paid more attention to how much my total starting amount... Oops. My total starting amount of cash was, so I could actually see at the end how much we spent on it in total. Maybe when I do the other builds, I'll try to pay more attention to that. We need 8 of these rod caps. And then we're going to need probably 3 of these bearing caps. It's going to be a little repetitive with all the clicking and stuff. Check out your Facebook. Oh, is that where... Do you have, like, pictures on your Facebook of the pen? It was about 388K? Okay. We'll use that as a sort of an estimate. I'm sure, like, ultimately I could go back and check the stream at some point and see what the actual dollar amount was that we started at, and then what we exactly finished at, so we know exactly how much we spent. But a rough estimate, if we started at 388K, that'll at least give us an idea of how much we ended up spending on this thing. This engine all by itself is probably going to be a good $10,000 to $12,000. I don't think you can engine swap in this game at the moment. I kind of want to figure that out, because it would be neat to take... It would be neat to take like an older car and drop in a really good engine, or even do like some other modifications. They're supposed to be doing some sort of an update later, I think, where you can tune your vehicle, and I'm hoping that in addition to tuning, you can do like more modding and stuff. I never played the 2015 version, so I don't know if that was something that was available in that version of the game, and that would probably give a better indicator of whether it'll be available in this version of the game or not. But we shall see, I guess. Yeah, no, Warlord wasn't advertising. He was just, he'd asked earlier about if there was a P.O. box, and then on his Facebook he said something about a pen that has like a gear shifter thing on the end of it, which is kind of cool. You bought this game because of me. That's cool. I hope you're enjoying it, because, I mean, what I've found is that, you know, obviously not every game is going to be for every person. This is something that I've actually really enjoyed just sort of chilling out and playing. So I hope you enjoy it too. Okay, I was kind of hoping I might have... like an oil pan or something in here we can snag. I'm suspecting not, but I figure the like fewer parts that I have to buy. So here's a water pump for a V8, but no, I don't want to sell it. I want to take it in my inventory. Oh, there we go. Okay. But we might be able to find some things. This is for an inline 4, so that's not going to work. Power steering for a V8. Exhaust manifold V8. I'm gonna grab these, but I don't know that they're gonna work for this. Oh, engine covers for V8 overhead. Oh, that's a D though, so that's probably not gonna work. I'll grab radiator A too, just in case. I don't know that that any of those parts are gonna work on this, because I think I mean, for the most part, if it has like V8 OHV or for the overhead valve as the engine block, then usually most of those main components that go on it will have to be the same type. But I don't know. Maybe some of them will just be the V8 parts. But in the meantime, we're going to need an oil pan for this. So let's grab that. Let's see. There's our oil pan. Okay. All 6 bolts in this thing. I kind of wish I had an extra alternator laying around. I'm almost surprised I don't. Oh, it will take just the V8 pieces. Okay, that's good. So I had a power steering pump there that we can use. Engine heads, I already had those repaired, so that's okay. Let's flip this thing over so we can work on the other side of it. Yeah, it can be a little monotonous because the jobs are ultimately fairly repetitive, right? So you kind of end up doing the same jobs like over and over again to try to build up your experience and your cash and things. But yeah, it is kind of relaxing, and I like that I can jump into the game, and I can kind of like I can pull in a number of cars and work on them, and I can go through like 4 or 5 repairs, and then I can just kind of leave for a bit, or I can do 1 or 2 repairs if that's all the time I have. So I've been able to kind of build through it progressively. I kind of wish I'd leveled up a little faster so I could get to this point of rebuilding sooner, but it just took so many jobs to get the experience needed to get to level 30. Hi, Unthinkable Plays. How are you? Gaming guy, hello. Let's see. I think I have all the... No, I missed a bolt. There we go. I was like, why isn't it letting me spin to the other side? But I hadn't got it all stuck together. So that would probably be why. I am glad we got to fix these, because these are like 1,800 bucks a piece. So that'll save us a little bit of cash. Again, not that we're broke or anything. Okay, so I thought... I was right. The exhaust manifold's not going to work. I didn't have an ignition coil kink around or an alternator. I think I fixed the... No, I didn't fix the camshaft. Drat. Do I ever get bored of the game? A little bit, if I do it for too long at a time. If I sit down for like 2 hours just repairing cars over and over again, that's the repetitiveness of the jobs I find does get a little bit tiring. But I try not to sit and do really long sessions like that. A little more at the point when I was trying to like try to get some experience quickly, but now probably a little less so. Cam gear. It didn't even give me a chance to try to repair that thing. That's odd. All right. So many parts to buy for this thing. Hi, BG Fanatic. How are you? Throw out our little gear there. Okay, so I might as well grab the manifold while I'm at it. It's a 2-carb. Let's see. Intake manifold. Where are we? I guess it's just the intake manifold V8. I thought it said intake manifold 2-carb, but like a 2-carburetor. It's not the supercharger, obviously. Oh, here it is. Duh, I can't even see. I'm blind. Must have been looking at the eclipse. Hi, Hubba122. Welcome to the channel and the stream. I want to pull in a customer's car that has a good engine and like a turbocharger and rob their engine and swap it into one of my cars. I don't think you can do that, though. Well, I mean, I guess technically you could, as long as you would be content to have that car sit either at the door of your garage or on one of your lifters until the end of eternity. Because you can't send the car back out if it's missing any parts. You know, for obvious reasons, I guess. Oh, we don't have to just... All right, so let's get an ignition coil, distributor, and fuel filter. And if I could spell, it actually makes finding the parts a lot easier. Alright, so ignition coil. We'll need distributor. Let's see, ignition distributor. Yeah, and we'll need a rotor too, I guess, since it doesn't come with one. And then what was the last piece? I think it was the fuel filter I was gonna grab. 1966 Ford F100 mod. You know, I'm actually really curious to see what kind of mods come around. Yes, there is a new update to Oxygen Not Included. I played it last night on the stream. So far, it's fun. I like the extra challenge that comes into trying to manage the diseases and stuff, because you have to be careful of the germs and everything. It sort of adds a whole new element to how you try to expand on your base and build on it, which is really cool. And I forgot to grab the ignition coil. Go me. Oh, you know what? I probably because I grabbed the totally wrong ignition coil. You know, because we don't need the right parts. Let's just spend the money on the wrong ones. There we go. I don't know when they're adding new cars. So they did a patch to I think it was on the 23rd. So what's that, like 2 days ago? They added a patch into the game to fix up some stuff, and they did mention that they're going to be adding like another track and stuff, which is cool. And there are modders that are already starting to add in new cars. So they're trying to set up something so you can do like a Steam Workshop kind of thing, so you can bring in these cars that people are making, which would be amazing if they get that going, because, you know, it's funny when you get into a community like this, the stuff that people come up with is pretty sweet. Timing chain, alternator. Let's see. There's a timing chain. Grab an alternator. I might as well grab the exhaust manifolds that I'm in here too. Alternator. Got our exhaust manifolds. Where are they? There we go. We need 2 of these. I'm gonna need head covers, so I might as well look at those. Hopefully they're a cool color. Ah, just regular silver ones. So that's cover A. Where's cover B? There it is there. Head cover B. We'll grab that. We need... What else do we need? We need a couple carburetors. Wow. Helps with... I put my fingers in the wrong home position. That don't work. Don't work at all. Oh, is it a 4-barrel? Okay, I don't know what kind of carb it is. We'll have to take a look at that still. Yeah, the parts process is really kind of tricky on this thing. What I find hardest about it is that, like, adding things to your shopping list and stuff is kind of a nuisance. It helps in that when you can add all the parts in and you can kind of get in there, at least you have a reference point. But it seems like it's needlessly cumbersome. I think they said something in a post recently too about having some of like the super parts and stuff for it. I forget what they call them, but I'm really curious to see where they go with it, because I feel like a game like this, it's pretty open-ended. I mean, they have the basics here where you can have your shop and repair stuff and rebuild cars and things, but I feel like there's just so much they could do with it ultimately. I wish there was like vehicle damage when you're driving, although that probably would be really bad for my wallet. If you've watched any of my videos and seen how I drive in this game, not good. It's just not good. They need a Sheikah. Yeah, I agree. I have a. It's like all the clicking and stuff is. Oh, it's the 4-barrel. Okay. All the clicking and stuff to try to put the parts on your shopping list is really kind of a pain. So you have to right-click and then click on the parts notes and then click to add and then right-click and click on the parts notes and click to add, and it's a lot of clicking. All right, so we have our time and cover, our 2 4-barrel carbs. That's good. Oh, we're going to need push rods because I had to rip all of those out. So I should probably buy those first before I forget. We're going to need 16 of those. Being able to type a number in here would be good too for big part purchases like the push rods. I'm level 30 currently, so I haven't done any more jobs since the last video that I did. I just haven't had time. I've been sitting and anxiously awaiting the update for Oxygen Unincluded, and then I was all over that when it came out. There we go. V8 overhead valve. Then where's our carbs? Carburetor. 2 4-barrel jobbies. Come on. There we go. Okay, so then we're probably going to need also the air filter, and I'm guessing because of the overhead ones, it'll be a round one. So we'll need a 2-carb air filter base and cover. And while we're at it, let's get a filter. Oh, shoot. I wanted to buy spark plugs, too. Yeah, the shopping list is up here in the top right. Oh, sorry, so is the level and dollar amount and stuff. But I might have had the shopping list over it when he asked. But it's up here, 30. Level 25,000. It's something like, well, it's about 1,200 experience points to gain a level. Your average car, when you complete it and send it out of the shop, you get 100 experience points. And then you get 1 experience point for every part you take off and replace on the car. So 1 point for taking it off, I think, and 1 point for putting it back. So your average job is going to have maybe like 20 to 50 experience points in there worth of parts that you're taking off and putting on, and then you get 100 for sending it back out. So, you know, you end up with something like 10 jobs per level in order to get through it all, and that really adds up. Did I even buy the spark plugs after I searched for them? I got talking and I completely blanked on it. We're about to find out in a second. No, I didn't. Oh, God, I'm awesome. I have a memory like a sieve. It's probably best not to distract me too much. Wish there was more reliance on repairing items instead of just replacing them. Yeah, the hard part is that if you can get a piece that's not totally destroyed, you get an opportunity to try to fix it. But anything that's in the red, a lot of times, is not going to be something you can try to repair. But I mean, I guess in real life, you don't end up repairing that many parts. You actually replace most things. What's interesting is that, so like you can clean up like brake drums, and you can disassemble like a carburetor, for example, and fix up the parts and clean it all up and reassemble it to kind of fix it up. But you can bore out your the pistons in your block and that kind of stuff. But like you can't repair destroyed metal and stuff anyway. So I guess it's relatively realistic in that way. Look at distraction, and it's shiny. I wish I could get the paint on the car that shiny, because that would be sweet. But you just can't. It looks awesome, but I want shiny paint. Get all distracted by shiny paint. Ooh, look, squirrel. I hope they add the semi-truck lift too. I want that one that's in the oh, I thought I had the I thought I grabbed a water pump, but I guess I didn't. For some reason I thought I had one in my repair shed. But I want that that transport truck that's actually in the junkyard. Or even the cube van. Like, that would be cool too. Water pump. I wasn't paying attention to what kind of water pump I need. Oh, it'll be this one here. V8 overhead valve. We're going to need a water pump pulley for sure. Although, no, it's not supercharged, so I have to get that one. Oh, that's what it was. I grabbed a water pump, but I think it was for an inline 4. Squirrel! Where? Yeah. It's like the movie Up. Okay, I didn't grab the camshaft pulley. That's what I meant to get. We're gonna need some wires on this thing, too. Camshaft pulley. Or I could spell. Come on. There we go. No, it's not the camshaft. It's the crankshaft pulley. Crankshaft. Ah. Wish you could bag cars. How do you mean by bag them? You mean like destroy them kind of thing? Because that would be cool. Destroy it, refix it. Destroy it, refix it. Do I ever taint paint? Nope. Nope. Can't say that I've done that. I'm a little curious about what taint you're referring to. There's a YouTuber that goes by Squirrel and he plays this game too. Oh, that's funny. They added pickup trucks. So did they actually add pickup trucks, or was it just that somebody modded one, had like used a mod to add a pickup truck in? Because I know that's the thing. I think I saw someone did a Ford F-150 recently. Might have been diesel. I'm not sure. Okay, we're gonna need belts and stuff now. So Serpentine Belt B, and we'll probably need an A as well. Serpentine Belt B. Where are we here? B8 overhead belt. There we go. And this whole like blanking out the field when I click in it, that's awesome too. I wish it wouldn't do that, because all I had to do was change one letter, but I ended up having to type the whole thing out again. Whoops, no, that's not what I want. There we go. Airbag suspension, yeah. I think it would be pretty sweet if you could do a lowrider in this game. Like, if someone could come up with a lowrider that you could actually like use keyboard controls or something to make it like work all the hydraulics and stuff, that would be so sweet. Oh, I have you set up as a mod on Twitch, but not on YouTube, A-Bomb? That's weird. How'd that happen? Saw them in your game and it's untouched. Yo, you saw the pickup trucks in your game untouched? That's cool. Sweet. That'll be good. I'd like to do some pickups. No, I want to do. There's a 1950s pickup that I'd like to get, and actually, it would be really cool if you get like the 1950s pickup and slap in a different engine and then modify it to like lower, like drop the suspension and stuff, and then like if you could do more deco work. So the livery options in this are relatively limited. You can do some like customized livery things for yourself, but it's kind of a hassle. It'd be cool if they had more around that. Just like paint it like blue with like red flames and stuff on the side. That'd be sweet. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Radiator fan, I think it was. Again, easily distracted. Oh yeah, so Twitch I don't have is up to date because I've only been streaming on Twitch for a few weeks. So I haven't necessarily gotten on top of that as I should. Oh right, I gotta put in all these wonderful push rods. Oh, and I forgot I'm gonna need all the rocker arms too. All right, I might as well buy those right away. Ugh, raker arms. Ugh, can't type. 16 of these. Thank you very much. I like when it's the whole assembly and you just slap them all on at once. Yeah, YouTube is. I stream on YouTube more often because that's where my channel is. Why can't I? There we go. So it makes a lot of sense for me to stream on YouTube because it just the two of them are so intertwined. But I do like the fact that the interactions are a little smoother on Twitch. In particular, it seems like there's less feed delay. Do a video on how to do mods and libraries. I haven't actually done any mods and libraries yet. I'm familiar with how you go about doing the libraries. It's a bit of a pain. I haven't tried any mods yet. So up until this point, I've largely been working on trying to level up so I could get to the point where I unlocked most things in the garage. There's still a few other things that don't have unlocked yet, because I think this thing covers up to like level 50, but after level 30, the different things you unlock at each level is significantly smaller. But I do want to get into start doing some mods so we can pull in some different vehicles and stuff. I'm really hoping they have the whole Steam Workshop thing sorted out at some point so that you can just pull in cars that way, because that'll make it super simple. Mom's on both. Yeah, there are a lot of small YouTubers making the move over. The one thing I worry about is that because I've done so much streaming on YouTube already, is that it sort of forces me to split my audience into a different channel. and it's maybe not as visible, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. So far, I've been having fun with dual streaming to both, but I have the option to sign up as an affiliate for Twitch at this point, but that requires me to sign an exclusivity agreement that says that if I stream, I'll only stream to that individual platform, and then I have to wait 24 hours before I can make that content available on any other platform. So I'm not really thrilled by that idea, given that my channel is approaching 14,000 subscribers, and then on Twitch I have like 132 followers or something, so it's kind of disproportionately different. Well, yeah, they're very similar, but there are some quality differences between Twitch and YouTube. I mean, I do like that on YouTube there's a lot of quality options that people can choose when they're watching, but sometimes the stream delay is kind of nasty. And there doesn't seem to be that same stream delay on Twitch. Yeah, there's a certain amount. I mean, I could probably even put something in my... you can put on a link in there that kind of redirects people to Twitch, but I don't know. I haven't been super thrilled with the idea of trying to get people to follow on 2 different platforms. You're hearing my voice twice, yeah. Is there a long delay between the two, or is it relatively close, A-Bomb? Because I think oftentimes on YouTube, the delay ends up being like 30 seconds. So many parts. So many parts. I wonder what this engine is going to be worth. Once you put it in, the cool thing is it'll tell you how much your engine is worth. I'm thinking probably 10 to 12,000. That'll be my guess. Yeah, well, there's a lot of See, I actually can't say too much negative about YouTube because it's been really good for me. My channel in particular, I don't because I tend to focus on more family-friendly style stuff. I haven't really had too many issues with like the adpocalypse and everything people are talking about. And my channel was small enough too that I don't know if I would have noticed it anyway, but. Is it the V8 wires I need? I think it was. Yeah, just V8. So, I mean, in my books, the YouTube's done well enough by me, but I know that a lot of other creators have had a lot of challenges with them. Yeah, I'm largely family-friendly. Well, more so in the sense that I largely don't swear. Sometimes I play some games that could probably be considered pretty borderline. But I don't, I make a point of not swearing when I play the games and stuff. In part because I have a 9-year-old daughter that tends to watch my content. V8 overhead valve. There's our oil filter. Okay, so the engine's all finished. Yeah, Twitch is much faster. Cryptic plays Outlast, yeah. Well, I have played Outlast. I have a secondary channel that I use for some of that stuff that my daughter doesn't follow. So sometimes if I want to play a game that really doesn't fit with my channel, I'll play it over there if I have the time. And I started playing Outlast too. I think I got 5 or 6 videos in, but then I just got too crazy busy with work and everything. I couldn't find the time to do anymore. Engine crane. All right, so let's grab our engine off of here. We can stick this thing back in our little engine compartment. And then we'll get rid of this engine crane. Come on. This thing's a little buggy too when you click off of it. Works well enough though, I guess. All right, so there's our shiny new engine and our rusted little hulk of a car. Wow, that looks really sweet in there now. Okay, is this... Tell me this... Oh, it's a Radiator C, drat. So I happen to have a Radiator A that's in good condition. Actually, so I got a battery charger thing over here. I want to try this thing out. I haven't tried this thing. So if I go to the battery charger... Charge battery... Flat batteries could be recharged here. There are no items... Okay, so I guess I have to have it in my inventory. I thought it might be like... Some of the other parts you actually move over to where the engine is, but I missed a part in the engine? What did I miss? Hold on. What did I miss? I'm looking for a little ghosty image. The gearbox, obviously. I've got... Alright, you'll have to tell me what I missed, because I actually don't see it. Am I missing a pulley or something? Is my daughter a boy or a girl? That's a valid question. Right. Nope. Hold on, we'll get this battery over here. Take that thing out. I don't think there's anything else in the engine compartment here I need to grab. Oh, actually the brake servo I should snag. Let's get that out of there. Oh, actually, before I try and buy one, I should try to repair. Still annoying with one voice. Well, you know, I try to be as annoying as possible. It's behind the engine. Are you talking about the gearbox? I assume you mean. I assume you mean the gearbox. Oh no, there's the brake servo. Unless you were talking to the brake servo, I don't know. A clip B? Oh, that's what I'm missing. Yeah. Okay, hold on. The clips on the distributor cap. Duh, thank you. I forgot those last time too, actually. Clip B. We need 2 of these for the distributor cap. Thank you. I totally would have overlooked that, and we got down to the point where we had to take it out for a drive, and it would have told me that I was missing clips. That's happened often enough. Clip B. All set. Okay, I'm going to go see if we can repair this brake servo. I suspect not, but we'll give it a whirl. Nope, we can repair the radiator, though, a little bit. Okay, we did get the servo. How'd we do? Radiator A, Radiator C we did not repair. But I got the brake servo, so that's something. I'm going to go try and recharge this battery. I haven't tried this yet. I wonder what the percentage chance is that it'll actually work. You didn't. Oh, you didn't notice the clip B. So what was the part that I was missing? Was it just the brake servo you spotted? I guess I'll notice eventually. Hold on. It's a little hard to click out of this thing. Sorry, the sound kind of goes dead when I switch out of this. Brain hurts from reading that. Blah, blah. You don't enough people in Twitch chat to make you switch platforms behind the engine. Sorry, I'm not actually sure what part you're talking about. Unless you meant the brake servo. You should change the front suspension as it makes the driving a whole other experience. Well, I actually need to do everything on the suspension. It's just a hot mess. Are you sure you want to recharge the battery? Yes, it does. Oh, look at that. It's kind of like fixing it up as it goes. Is it done? How'd it work? Oh, sweet. That's cool. While I'm over here, I should probably grab the welder so we can fix the body. We'll send this over to lift 1. Okay, so it's kind of weird how you fix the body. And like, what's the point of bringing it over here if all I have to do is click on it once? Boom, fixed. It already looks pretty awesome. Well, I mean, aside from the wheels and the whole bumper and all that stuff. But we'll get to the body after. Once we get all the mechanical parts done, I'll get into the body. Hold on, I got... This thing's not letting me scroll down to the new messages. There we go. Alright, so we'll get our brake servo that we repaired. That can go in. We have our radiator. This did not get repaired. No, it didn't, so I gotta buy a new one. Radiator C. I love the fake music on this game. So they have like fake cars where it's like the car but just branded differently, and they have music that's like stylized after different bands and stuff, but as like a fake band name. It's labeled as Lift A. It says Lift 1. See, no, look, 1. Oh, car lifter A. No, that's why I picked 1, because it's got the 1 there. It wasn't even the name I read. It was just the picture. We'll send it back, though. We don't need it anymore. I don't know if it is possible to engine swap. Not that I've seen yet, anyway. I haven't tried too much yet. So far, I've just been doing like a lot of repairs. I'm only really at the point now where I'm trying to do like full restoration and stuff. So I guess we'll try to see at some point if we can get into actual swapping. That'd be cool. The welder fixes the rust on the body, and the paint bay changes the color. Yeah, pretty much. So the welder fixes the body condition because the rust that they're putting on it is only intended to show the condition. So when you use the welder, it fixes that, and then when you go into the whoops, that was not at all intended. And then when you go into the paint bay, you can paint it up and make it all shiny and new stuff when you're finished. I think this one I'm probably gonna make red. The picture that I used actually for the thumbnail was. When you're in the main menu for the game, there's like a showroom that you can check out, so you can see all the individual cars and stuff, how they look when they're all finished up. So I took a snapshot from there for the thumbnail, but I'm probably going to paint the car red, because I do like the look of that. Wow, we got a lot to take off here. This suspension's going to be brutal. I should probably stock up on bushings, because we're going to need tons of those. Got our lower suspension arm. If I was smart, I would be putting all these parts in my shopping list, but I'm not very intelligent. The only thing I've heard about the console release is that they were targeting Q4 of 2017. Whether they're still on target to hit that or not, I have no idea. This would be an interesting game on the console because the mouse makes it really easy to like select things. Sorry, I had to mute for a second. I had to cough. Yeah, you can do... There's a couple of library options you can do. And they are... But there's only like 3, I think. This particular car, I think, has 3 library options. And then you can do some custom ones, I guess, if you wanted it to look like something else. But you can do up the car with like racing stripes. Maybe we'll do that. We'll maybe take a look at the different libraries and see which one kind of looks cool, and maybe we'll do a library on it instead of just the plain red that I used for the thumbnail. So much to take apart. I got so tired of doing suspension jobs because when you start off in the game, you start off doing you start off with brake jobs and oil changes, and then you move on to like suspension, and then like the exhausts, and then you start getting into like some stuff related to like the actual engine itself. So they kind of progressively move you through, which is neat. So if you really don't have any experience at all with cars or engine parts or anything that sort of thing, they're not kind of throwing you in the deep end right away and you have to figure it all out. You kind of get like you move progressively through it, which is cool. So having started off with suspension at such a low level, by the time you get up to like level 30, you've done like 100 suspension jobs. It's kind of so many parts to take off. Another muffler. That's funny. That said it was a rear muffler, but it was up here at the front. This cross member needs to come out, but I guess I got to pull all the bushings out individually. Gross. I would love to make a rat rod, but I don't know that you can yet. I'm hoping somebody does, that there'll be like a mod for it, or that the game itself will offer it as an option. That would be cool. Doing the Subaru... the Subaru Wax or the Subaru WRX? Save the parts and try to make a car to parts 10% or less just for laughs. I actually thought about trying to like spend more time hunting through the junkyard to try to find parts. The hard part is it's really hard to know what you're going to be able to repair and what you're not going to be able to. Because anything that's red, there's a chance you can't even attempt to fix it. Okay, the WRX, that's what I thought, okay. Hi there, Seki Mohan. I don't know if I said that right, but hopefully not too insultingly. Close to 500 suspension. Oh, it's 500 suspension jobs. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. I try as I got to like level 23, 24, something like that. I tried to focus on jobs that only had like one thing to do if I could. So when the phone rings, like there's 6 calls waiting right now for different jobs that I could be bringing in to work on. When the phone rings, I was trying to grab things like the gearbox was great. So if I come on. If I got options to do the gearbox, because it paid really well, but it was also like really simple. You pull off the drive shaft, take off the gearbox, take out all the clutch parts and the flywheel, replace them all, stick it all back on, and send the car back out again. It's sweet. Oh, plus you got to pull out the starter. So you can turn those around really quickly, and every time you send one out, you get 100 experience points. So the faster you can churn through some of those jobs, the quicker you can level. It does get kind of repetitive, though. Yeah, the transmission jobs are great. And at first, some of the engine jobs were good, too, because they paid reasonably well, but there wasn't all that much to do. But the higher level I got, the more I started to notice that if there was a problem with the engine, almost inevitably there was a problem with the piston. And then you had to rip the whole engine out, which is fun to do, but when you're trying to work through jobs quickly just for experience, it's kind of a lot. Don't take this wrong way, Cryptics. Noun, livery. I'm not sure how I'm taking that wrong exactly. Or are you saying livery? Maybe it's livery. I don't know. I've never claimed to be an English major. I'd like to think I'm mildly intelligent, but not an English major. What car DLC should be added? I feel like DeLorean. Oh, the DeLorean would be cool. Particularly if somebody did the DeLorean that you could do like the Back to the Future time machine. Oh, I pulled out that fuel tank and I didn't have to take out the fuel pump, so clearly I need a fuel pump. Okay, so we have a body with no undercarriage, basically. We got the whole thing ripped out. Now we just put some big skis on it, find a big slope, and send it down the hill. Let's see how many of the parts here we can repair. I'm guessing not a lot, but anything we can repair in here is something else that I don't have to buy. Oh my gosh, there's a lot in here I can actually attempt. I have like 95% chance to repair things. Actually, I should check and see if I have any points I can spend for anything else in here. Level 30! I have 1 point. 1 upgrade point available. I guess I could walk faster. That might be helpful. So here's the stuff you get like after level 30. So at 35, this thing says you can repair body parts, but I can already repair body parts, so I don't know how that works. Maybe it just like increases your chances of repairing it because it's like 2 stars instead of 1 star? I don't know. Oh, it's the livery thing? Okay. I don't know. Every time I've heard it, I think it was livery, but maybe I'm thinking of animal husbandry livery. We're going to be able to take all those idler rollers it gets off. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, when you have to, before you even get the cover off, you have to take off like 8 rollers. I'm going to actually increase my speed so I can walk a little quicker. Just because I don't know what else to spend. Like, what? Upgrade cost 1. Oh, did I already? Maybe I used all my points. Oh, I have 0 of 29. I mean, no can see. All right, let's see what I was able to repair that we can put back on this thing. I think we're going to be buying a lot of pieces. Front steering knuckles C. I have 2 of those, so that's sweet. I don't have to buy that. Upper suspension arm. Nice. Okay, so I only got 1 of those, so I'm going to have to buy an upper suspension arm, but I'm also going to need bushings. So I might as well get bushings now, and we'll buy them in bulk. Bushing. I'm going to buy like 15 of these things. Well, I should probably buy an even number since they always seem to come in pairs. And we'll buy like 10 of these small ones. And then upper suspension arm, I think was what I needed. Yeah. Oh, thanks very much. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Yeah, I like this game too. It's relaxing, you know? Like, I play some other games where you really have to pay attention to like your strategy and stuff and how you advance through the game. And there's there's a lot of thinking involved, I guess. Where this game, I can just sort of chill out and, you know, the game kind of guides you through what you need to do anyway. You know, so even if you don't know all there is to know about cars, which is definitely me, and I know just enough to hurt myself. If you don't know everything there is need to know, it kind of guides you through it a little bit, so you don't have to be like a car aficionado to be really good at this, or to enjoy it rather. Front sway bar B. I think it means fix windows. Oh, maybe. Yeah, because I can't fix any glass right now. So I suppose that might have something to do with it. Didn't I just buy a front sway bar? Did I buy the wrong one? I did. I bought a regular sway bar. Go me. So we're wasting extra cash on this car. Yes. Anytime we can spend more to get a job done, I'm in the market for that. We got our inner tie rod. Ooh, I didn't fix either of those. It stinks. Actually, I should probably check and see whether I successfully fixed the outers. Whoops. Because I'm going to need to buy them too if I didn't. Missed yesterday's stream. No! Things are good. It was fun playing Oxygen Not Included last night. We had pretty good viewership too. There was, I don't know, 300 and... I think we capped out at like 325 or 330 people between Twitch and YouTube. Oh, that would figure. Oh, I knew it. Knew I didn't fix those tie rod out. Okay. Got that. Ba-ba-ba. Did I fix the suspension cross member? I did not. That's a D. I feel like all the mods left. No, clearly they didn't since you're still here. Front suspension. Okay, so it's the D I need. They're lurking in the chat. Yeah, they could be. I recognize, too, that this is not a game that everyone is going to be into. Some people are really going to enjoy it, and other people may not find it exciting enough. For me, I like the fact that I can kind of chill out and relax with it a bit. Oh, I didn't do any of the shocks yet, so I don't want that. Did I get the knuckle cover? Okay, so I got 1 front knuckle cover. I'm going to need to buy one more. Okay. I should probably put in these bushings before I forget, because if there's one thing I forget when I'm rebuilding a car or fixing anything, I swear I always miss a bushing somewhere. I can't even see here. Come on, target it. There we go. Maybe come and fix the transmission mount on it. Yeah. Something tells me that fixing real-life parts, not quite this simple. This ability to move through space and time as you just fly through the inside of the car to get the perfect view on the part that you want to manipulate. And it's only a little bit rusted and doesn't break and comes off easily, and you didn't have to pound it with a hammer. I feel like that's maybe not super realistic. Say bar front end link. I need 2 of those. Oni was good. I really enjoy Oxygen Not Included. I'm wondering if there's a point where people are going to get tired of seeing me play that game. Because I'm mildly addicted to it. Oh, what was that I just put on there? Hold on. Front wheel hub. I need a second one of those. I will probably need wheel hub bearings. I do. Real life has the best graphics, though. Yeah, real life also has the little bits of like debris and rust and stuff that falls in your face when you're trying to take a part off underneath the car. I feel like not having to deal with that is kind of worth the price of just playing this thing. Front wheel hub. I need one of these. You'll never get tired of watching Oni. That's good. Probably won't get tired of playing it for a while, particularly if they keep adding stuff. The next update is supposed to be in like 6 weeks, and they have a timer that runs on the game now, so you can actually see when the next updates are coming. I need 2 of these wheel hub caps. Watch, they're right there. Yay! Yay for not having to search. Oni will be the basis of the secret project, so don't stop playing it. Uh-oh. See, now you're just teasing more secrets. Better yet, coughing up rust dust. Yeah, like when you pull off the brake drum and after you had to like pound it and yank on it because it didn't release properly, and you finally pull it off and you get all that wonderful rust dust that dumps everywhere. That's great. Well, actually, I guess that's brake pad dust, but yeah, snapping off a bolt or something, particularly something that's already like supposed to be fused to the car, and then you have to re-weld it. That's always good too. I wasn't paying attention. Brake discs. Ventilated. 2 of these. This fake band on the radio right now reminds me of the band Moist. Which I guess, if you're not from Canada, you may not be as familiar with, but they were really pervasive here in like the 90s. And not exceptionally good either. Brick caliber. Yeah. Got. Oh, wait a minute. Is that cylinder 100%? It is. Nice. Okay, good. I buzzed through repairing all the parts so fast I didn't entirely see what I fixed and what I didn't. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do the shock absorbers. You were out adulting. Can you be like me and not adult ever? That's not true. I occasionally adult. Just don't ask my wife. Don't ask my wife. What do I want to get first? I'll get the springs. No, not that. I'm probably gonna need it, but for right now, I just want springs. Shock. Double wishbone shock absorber. 2 of these. Actually, before I buy all this, I should probably see if I can even fix these parts. I don't think you can fix the shock absorbers, though. We're about to find out. What was popularized? A band called Moist. They didn't... I don't know that they got popular anywhere outside of Canada. But in Canada, they were relatively popular. And it seemed like every time I went out with my friends to a bar or a club or something, they were playing there. I don't know what it was, but it was really pervasive for a while. Okay, yeah, I can't fix any of those parts. All right, so I need to buy 2 of these fancy wishbone shock absorbers. Wait, is it double wishbone or just the... Yeah, that's what it is. Double wishbone. Duh. 2 of those. 2 of these front shock absorber caps. There we go. Get all this together. Bah. Yes. Actually, while I'm at it, come on. Why can't I move? There we go. I'm at it. I should probably separate my wheels here. I don't know if I have a chance to actually fix the rims. We're about to find out. Kids don't go back to school till after Labor Day. Yeah, in Canada they don't, but there are kids in other places that are back at school already. Oh, you're in Toronto, Sir Vanderloot. That's cool. I'm about 45 minutes to an hour away from Toronto. Oh, no. I want to put it back together. I want to put it together, not takes it apart. Come on Twitch, everyone hide. Ray's here. There goes the fun. Yeah, in Canada, kids go back to school after Labor Day, so it's like September 5th, I think they go back. I've been to the Ripley's Museum. That's pretty cool. Oh, you grew up in Hamilton. That's awesome. I mean, in the sense that I'm sorry for you, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Hamilton. But that's cool. I've lived there. I've actually lived in a whole bunch of different places in Canada. Everywhere from Hamilton, Niagara area. I've lived out in Edmonton. I've lived in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I think I lived in Saskatchewan for a short time. I thought I got the bottom suspension arm, but I guess I didn't. I guess I got the top one. Shoot. Was that a suspension arm B? No. I'm not entirely sure of, like, the whole school thing. So it used to be that school timing was based on farms. So depending on where you were in the country, you would have different periods of time where they would be most needed on the farm. I don't know if it's still based on that at all anymore, because when you think about it, harvest for most things is in the fall now for a lot of crops and stuff. So I don't know that applies, but that's kind of how they came about with that timing, I think, originally. Did I only put one shock together, or did I put two together and then not take the other one off? Ah, that's what I did. I left it on the, on the puller. And I left this over here, too. Get that. Stick another tire on here. Pluck that apart. I'm kind of impressed I managed to get a car that had all four wheels. Although, actually, I don't think I've gotten one that's missing any, now that I think of it. No, you Winnipeg. Yeah, Winterpeg. I was actually born in Winterpeg. And then I lived there for a year, going to the University of Manitoba, before I ended up, what did I just do? I lived there for a year going to the University of Manitoba before I ended up moving back to Ontario. See, distract me, and then I can't work. My brain only works in, like, one gear. And that gear is a slow one. Shock comes over front end link, then I'll stick on here. Oh, we need our tie rod on here, I guess. We gotta do that whole, what do they call it, steering thing. Edmonton's a nice city. What I like about Edmonton is it's very clean. Particularly when you're in, like, the core of the city, the streets are really wide. And everything's laid out in, like, almost a perfect grid. So if you want to get anywhere in the city, you don't really even need to look up a map. You just have to know where you are currently, because it's all based on, like, numbers. So streets go, like, north-south and avenues go east-west. So if you're looking for 7th Avenue, all you need to know is, like, 7th Avenue and 8th Street or something, and you just go down X number of streets and over. So like, navigating around the city is really easy. And I think I just put this in without putting the bearing in. Oh, no, I did put the bearing in. Okay. Well, yeah, Edmonton's really expensive because of the oil fields, right? So they saw some crazy inflation out there, and everything got super expensive. But I think the cost of, like, housing is still more expensive in Toronto if you're actually buying in the city. I don't know if the renting is the same. But buying a house in Toronto is crazy expensive. Okay, so I think we have our whole suspension finished up front here now. It's looking a lot shinier. There's a significant amount less rust in here now. We're gonna need to put on our rear suspension. Actually, I should probably do the gearbox while I'm in here. And I'm fairly certain I didn't manage to fix pretty much any of the gearbox. Oh, yeah. Flywheel. The gearbox for sure, I think, didn't fix. But I think I might have fixed the clutch part, so we're going to check that. I don't want to buy a whole bunch of extra pieces. No, not the store. I want to go to my inventory. Oh, it could be. I was just trying to give an example. 7th Avenue might actually be really far over, but it's just that the way the city is laid out, it makes it really easy to get around because you just have to know you go over X number of streets and down X number of streets. Where's all my clutch parts? Did I miss them? Clutch. Oh, it'll be above the engine. Okay, so I have a clutch plate, but I don't have a pressure plate, release bearing, or the gearbox. Toronto and Vancouver are way more expensive than Edmonton. Yeah, it is. I mean, I have a feeling rent in Edmonton is super expensive just because of the proximity to the oil fields. But buying a house, definitely way more expensive in Toronto. Clutch. Okay, wait a minute. Was it the clutch plate I said I had? Yeah, pressure plate I need. Release bearing. And then we'll need a gearbox because we need to do the whole gearing of the box. Box. V8 overhead valve. This thing's going to be done relatively quick. It took a lot longer, I feel like, when I was doing the Dodge. Either that or time's flying because we're chatting and stuff and I'm just not noticing as much, whereas on the Dodge, it was just me. Me talking to myself again, because that's what I do. Play games and I talk to myself like some stark raving lunatic. 100 Avenue, 101st Street. Yeah, it's really simple. Like I said, as long as you know where you are, you can find your way around there really easy. Starter V8. The one place I haven't been in Canada yet, so I've been like right from the farthest point on Newfoundland, up by St. John, standing on the coast. So you couldn't go any farther without walking in the water. What the heck was I gonna buy? Oh, starter. I've been from there all the way to like the Rocky Mountains, but I have not yet been into BC, even though I have a sister that lives there, and I haven't been up in like obviously the Northwest Territories and none of it and stuff. I wanted to go up there, but I would have none of it. Rear muffler. See, that's funny. It's got the rear muffler way at the front. I guess just because of the shape of it. Rear muff. Lunatic. Ain't no lunatic. Good thing you caught the notification. Hi, stuff and more stuff. Oh, you're going to the Philippines. That's cool. I haven't been all that many places overseas. So I've been to Spain. I spent a week in Barcelona, which was really cool. And was it... I was not paying any attention to what I was doing. Was it rear muffler D that I needed? I should really pay more attention to what I'm doing. Rear muffler D. That's what I needed. Yeah, 2 of these. Okay. So anyway, I've been to Barcelona. I was there for like a week. I've been to Rome for a week. I took a day trip to Florence to go to the Uffizi Gallery, which was very cool. But that's pretty much the extent of my overseas travel. I've been to like Bermuda. I've been to a number of different places in the U.S. I live fairly close to the border. It's like within an hour's drive of here. So I travel to like Boston for work sometimes. I've been to New York, Las Vegas. Went down to Florida to do the whole Disney World thing with the kids. Still so many places on my to-do list of like places I want to go though. Philippines would be very cool to see. That should be a good trip. Just took a story mission. It's missing front bumper, 1 fender, 1 light, and the grill. Yeah, I had one of those too. So I had this story mission that was like, I think it's a bug that comes up sometimes. And I thought normally the story mission you have like all these parts to replace. And it said that they had like, the story description was basically they had like destroyed the car. And when I went in and pulled the car in and went to work on it, ultimately all it needed was like fluid changes. So I needed to like change the oil and the filters and it was done. So I was like, sweet. Fastest easy chunk of experience ever. Rear shock absorber B. Boston, yeah. Welcome to Boston. My buddy's wicked smart. I like Boston. It's a nice city. I would hate to drive there. Every time I've gone there, I've taken like cabs or... Well, actually, I did have to rent cars because I had to go to the city, but I didn't have to do much in-city driving. And the couple times I did, the GPS that I got with the rental car, the arrow was so wide, when it would tell you to turn, it would be like, bear left. And then you'd be at an intersection with like 5 or 6 streets converging, and the arrow would cover 2 or 3 of the left-hand streets, so you didn't know which one you were supposed to turn on. Not good times. Fix the seats and the radiator. I think I already swapped out the radiator. The seats I haven't done yet though. Rear knuckle housing B, that can go on there. Wheel hub 4. Nice. I actually repaired a few of these things. That's sweet. Now I'm guessing the solid rear axle. Ooh, I did fix it. Okay, so we have one of those fixed. I have to buy one more. solid rear axle. This axle has a solid rear. We're khakis and khakis. Two different things. Gotta wear some khakis. Shock, are you from Boston? My buddy's wicked smart. But in Florida, my folks rented a car and took them on all the toll roads, but the Google Maps avoided them. Yeah, Google Maps are pretty handy that way. Mind you, the toll roads are also the ones that are most direct. So sometimes I kind of like taking the toll roads. But I hate doing it when I don't have, like, if I have to actually stop and give the cash, that drives me nuts. So where I am, we only have, like, one toll road. It's a major highway. There's no stopping. You just drive through and they take a photo of your plate and they bill you later. Or if you have the transponder thing when you go through, then it'll just charge your account directly. But that whole system of toll roads in the U.S. where you have to, like, stop and give money to somebody in a booth, that drives me nuts. Boston. Welcome to Boston. Are cows better for designing roads than the Germans? Because German city design is bad too. Wow, what do the cows have to do with it? I don't understand. I'm going to need a leaf spring. We only have one of those. Small rubber bushing. Right about these. Actually, I don't need all that many small rubber bushings in this car. This one's got the leaf spring suspension. I'm going to have extras, but that's okay. Just use like 1,000,000 bushings in this game. Alright, so this one's all done except for the wheel. Again, I'm not ready to put that on. Oh, wait, I missed the leaf spring. So, yeah, 407 is way better than most. Yeah, you're right. I don't have a transponder, though, so every time I go on it, I end up paying through the nose. Yeah, I should pay the 407 bill. Dun dun dun. It's okay. If you don't pay it for a long, long time, they just won't let you renew your license. It's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's fine. Okay. Now, I should probably go over here and put the, the brackets on I didn't put on over here. Ugh. Come on. There we go. Leaf spring plate. Oh, I only fixed one of those. We need one more. Did I fill any? I got 3 of the U-bolts, so that's good. I only have to buy one of those. Just one. Just one plate. One plate, one bolt. We're gonna do a video. We'll call it one plate, one bolt. See if everyone gets the wrong idea. Just don't pull over, yeah. Live in Virginia, we have a transponder Easy Pass. Oh, that's handy, yeah. So I mean, like when I've gone to Boston and I rent a car, I get the Easy Pass thing there too. But because it's a rental one, they just charge you like crazy. So I paid some pretty ridiculous tolls. It would be cheaper if I just gave them cash, but because I'm traveling for my job, I can just bill it back to the company. But not a fan of toll roads. And the funny thing is, the frequency that there are toll roads and yet they're still in poor condition, that just blows my mind. Like, how does that even happen? Isn't that the whole purpose of having it as a toll road? So they have the money to maintain and repair it all the time? Am I crazy? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Fuel tank. And we need a fuel pump too, because that wasn't in there at all. Which means I should just search for fuel. Fuel tank. It's funny how they're all universal in this game. Same for the fuel pumps. Everything's identical. Yeah, they take a picture and send you a bill. Or if you have the transponder, they just bill you directly. Yeah, so I'm not big on shoutouts and advertising, that kind of stuff. We're just here to hang out. Not that there's a huge number of people watching. We have a little over 100. Actually, that's pretty good. That's more than I thought would be for this game. This is a really interesting game, I find, in terms of like people that are interested in it and people that watch it. For me, I got it because I just thought it would be fun to chill out and play, but I wasn't really expecting a lot of people to be really into it, and I'm actually surprised at how many people really enjoy this game. Right, I didn't get the rest of my wheels taken apart here, so I should do that. Best chance to say something funny and Cricket might read it out loud. That's right. Pretty much. That's pretty much how it works. Do they have diesel engines and such in this game? Not that I have noticed. But mind you, I haven't done any trucks or anything yet. There are a couple cars in here that I swear look kind of like they might be in like an Audi or something, and then you know you might run into a diesel engine or like a Volkswagen, but I haven't encountered one yet. Almost 14K. It's getting up there. I mean, we're not taking off like a rocket. Ooh, I do have a chance to try to fix these. We're not taking off like a rocket, but it's been growing nicely. I've actually been really happy with the channel in general. And more importantly than I think the number of subscribers I have, the subscribers that I have been getting have been really engaged in like just being nice people, which is awesome. Like I look at some of these channels and look at the comments and things that go on, and they're so toxic. Just like really bad. But I don't really seem to get a lot of that on my channel, which is nice. And I think that means I'm happy with the rate of growth. I wouldn't want it to go faster if it meant that we suddenly end up with a whole bunch of toxicity, because that would be just terrible. And I didn't really look at the tires I need. Tires. Race tire B. Ooh, race tires. 255 65 R17s. I'm gonna forget that. 255 I think it was. R17s. Why did that change? Why did it change on me? Oh my gosh. Please tell me. Oh, okay. I knew I was going to forget. I should write this down. I need a paper. Well, the cameras those are just funny. That's not toxic. That's just funny. They're right. I mean, have you seen me driving the car? It's crazy. YouTube is mostly toxic. It's sad. But I've actually, like I said, I've been really happy ultimately with how it's kind of played out for my channel. It's been really good. And you're right. Those sorry, I'm just jotting a note down. I did have the right ones. 255, 65, 17s. Are they all the same size? They are. Okay. I'm special. Yeah, I'm special in the Olympic fashion. I remember watching a YouTuber call the inline 6 motor a 16 block. Oh. Okay, well I haven't done that. At least I don't think I did. I know when I've read out some of the parts I've been calling them like 14 instead of like an i4, because it didn't occur to me when I was looking at the part numbers that it was talking about like inline versus V8 overhead valve, that kind of stuff. And then it wasn't until somebody made a comment I'm like, "Oh gosh, that makes crazy amounts of sense. Why didn't I spot that before?" I'm super bright. All right, 17s, 255. Oops, gosh. 65. All right, so I did have the set right, but I didn't want to spend like $4,000 on tires and then find out I was buying the wrong ones. There we go. Your old age is catching up to me. That's what it is. I got to write down the note. I'm terrible. I have a memory like a sieve. Sometimes for numbers, I'm really good. But otherwise, no, not so great. Just call me a geezer. It's my gray hair. It's the roots from the gray hair are growing into my brain, and it's like neutering my brain. Lobotomizing. Get this back together. Ta-da! While that's working, I might as well balance the tire. Save a little time on the steps. Used a couple of tips from CWD to actually improve in my own driving. Oh, really? I've never really watched that show to any great degree. Fortunately, when I get behind a wheel, yeah, they are expensive tires, but they're racing tires too. When I get behind the wheel, I drive significantly better than I do in this game, fortunately. So please don't take that as an indication of my ability on the road and whether you should fear every time you get in your car. Oops, not that one. No. That one. That's what we want to balance. But in this game, I mean, I don't know if it's just like there's no sense of feeling behind when you drive, so you don't get that sense of inertia. But I get pretty much messed. Tire number brands confuse me when I'm playing this game too. Yeah, it's just the sheer number of numbers. So I'm trying to pay attention to the type of tire and then the sizing and everything. And then I'm also trying to follow the chat, and then when I'm playing, I'm talking. I'm not just playing, so my brain's going that route also. So that probably has a lot to do with it, just the fact that I play and talk at the same time. Didn't call me a geezer. I asked if your old age catches up with you. Shakes it. Well, old man. I'm not a geezer. Just ignore my cane. Hey, Chris. Chris. Why don't you come on over here, Chris? All right. One more tire. Then we can finally put the wheels back on. This thing might roll out of here at some point. As long as you use your heckin' signals. Know how to not change lanes. It's going 35 with the blinker on. It's the sheer number of numbers. That's right. It is. Hi, Hubba 122. Love your vids. Bye. Oh. Oh, by the way, thank you. I thought that was a strange comment. Show up, say, I love your vids. I'm leaving. I can't handle watching you live, but I'll watch your video. All right. So we have wheels. Yay, wheels. Put these on. So, or I could take parts off, because that's totally what I meant to do. I was just double checking that I had the brake shoes in there. That's that's what I was doing. How are you a voice actor or voice impersonator? Well, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea how to even get into that industry. I feel like that would probably be fun. But no, I don't know. I've just never had any kind of exposure to that, so I have no idea how that whole thing works. I think it would be really cool to do some voice acting stuff. That'd be sweet. Hey, Brian, you got my money? You got my money, Brian? Dewey. It's great to live in a time zone where I can actually watch you live. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so it's tricky. There are a lot of people that can't watch me live just because of the time that I have to stream. I have a lot between like work and family and stuff. Late is when I can play, and that's consequently when I stream. I think I've done a couple of daytime streams, not very many. Breaks into Shakespeare. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. I don't remember the rest of it. Something about a player fretting and strutting his hour on the stage. Don't get me to quote Shakespeare. I don't know it. Not just fun. Have a leap of faith. Jump. Well, I don't even know how to go about doing it. Thank you, Snake Man. I can do a couple of voices, but nothing really fantastic. Okay, so I think we're at the point now where we need to start ripping off what's left of the body. Not that there's really all that much to take off here. What can I take off this thing? It's missing a taillight, so that one I don't have to take off. We can grab this one. Grab our door. Give me the door. This thing doesn't have fenders because it's all just one big body. Grab our front bumper. I guess the lights there are part of the body. Missing one headlight. The other one we can grab. Okay, so the disappointing part about this... Oh, I don't even have glass in there. So I guess I can't even do that. With so few body parts to take off this thing, it kind of limits your ability to repair stuff. So I'm going to wind up buying all the body parts again. The front wheel is supposed to be 225 instead of 250. Were they? Did I just totally misread it? Oh, you are right. I thought it was... Ah, drat. Thank you for spotting that. Okay. I guess that's why they look so fat. And the silly thing is, I did go back and double check it, but I didn't, I clearly just wasn't paying enough attention. Because I thought it seemed weird that it would have as wide tires on the front as it has on the back. Rat. Thank you for noticing. We could have taken this out there, and it would have run. I mean, it wouldn't have been a problem. You can have the wrong tires on here, I think. It just, the handling for steering would have been just ugly. Search the junkyard for Typhoon parts. Yeah, I kind of want to do that a little. You know what? Let's do that. We'll go and check the junkyard. We got time. We got time. Now, what's really strange is, like, how did I even put a tire that's wide on this rim? Does this rim, like, magically change sizes? That's right. The sheer number of numbers blew me away. I only wrote down one set of numbers. I failed to notice that there were two sets. That's okay. It's fine. I mean, when you go to your auto mechanic, you're not really looking for, accuracy and stuff, right? You don't really need all the right parts back on as long as it looks reasonably okay. King Stark, it's not on console yet. I think they're supposed to be targeting like Q4 of this year, which would put it somewhere between like October and December timeframe, if it ends up coming out in the timeframe. How long did it take me to get to level 30? That's a good question. I think, when did I put up the first video? It's been a couple weeks, I think. But yeah, too long. That's right. It's been a couple weeks, but for me, part of the issue was that I do other games and stuff, right? So I'm not strictly just playing this game. I'm playing other games also. So I spent $2,000 on tires I didn't need. That is awesome. Sweet. Another $1,700 on 2 more tires. Yes. Have I played Dishonored? I played the first one. I have not played the second one. Has it been a month already? Seriously? Man. All right. So I guess it did take me a little while. So there's the 255s. There's the 225s. Okay. About a month, yeah. So it took me a little bit longer than maybe it should have. If you were just playing this game alone, and you would just kind of came back consistently to play it, you would probably go a little bit quicker than that. But like I said, as I got up to like level 30, you're looking like 10 or 12 different jobs for each level that you have to complete. So the more types of jobs you take that have a lot of stuff to do in them, the longer it's going to take you to level ultimately. Like you get more experience for taking off the parts, and sometimes you'll get some that have the white walls. Did this even have a white wall option? Oh, that would be funny. Vintage tires. Actually, you can change the tires on these, I think. I mean, obviously, because I put the wrong ones on. It might be interesting to have white walls, but because this thing's supposed to be a race car, I'm gonna use the racing tires on it for now. Have a night, stuff and more stuff. Have I heard of Forza Horizon? I've heard of it, but I have not played it. And actually, I haven't really even played the Forza games. Shift tab to see your time on this game. Does that just take you back to Steam? Shift tab is doing nothing. I can't see it. I probably have to go to Steam to check it. Oh, hold on. Let me try Alt tab. We'll go to Steam. Oh my gosh, I got so much stuff open right now. Steam. 47 hours I've played on this game so far. So many windows open. First CMS video went out July 29th. Oh gosh, it has been a long time then. Holy cow. So I've spent 47 hours on it. That's how long it's taken me to get to this point. Forza Motorsport 7 is coming. I'm planning to get the new Xbox One X, even though it's basically just a computer in a small little box that's not quite as powerful. However, I do play some stuff on Xbox, and I have other games that I would play on it also, so the fact that it's like fully backwards compatible is kind of cool. It's going to be like a good $600 bill, which is going to kind of stink. Angel of Darkness. I didn't even notice you were here. Sorry. Welcome and goodbye, I guess? If you're leaving. I'm presuming that's what you mean by see ya. I plan to do any Conan Exiles. I totally am. So I happened to get a code actually for Conan Exiles on the Xbox One, and my buddy Kazi and I were going to play it. So I did like the... I played the game the night before it was supposed to come out on the Xbox. Because I was fortunate enough to get access to that and had fun with it. And we've been trying to play it on the Xbox One, but the performance has been really bad on the Xbox One. Like, it's virtually unplayable. We constantly get disconnected. So every time I've tried to record it so far, I've ended up with stuff that I ultimately just couldn't use. So, yeah, we will be playing it. We're just trying to figure out a time frame that we can do that, and then try to get... We might end up playing it on the PC instead. I really wanted to play on the Xbox because I just play so many Xbox games, and I feel like to a degree I get a little bit of a niche that way. Because people who are searching for Xbox stuff tend to find me easier than they'll find me when they're looking for PC games. Okay, let's fix this up. No items. Oh, I can't fix any of the parts I took off. That stinks. I'm going to sell all the junk. Clean up my inventory before we... Oops, wrong button. Before we go to the junkyard, we will go and clean out all the junk I have in here. I don't know what I'm going to do with those racing tires. I guess I might as well just put them in my storage, because... I might need them again at some point in the future, but I already spent a couple $1,000s on them, so I suppose I should try to make use of them. It's a good thing it's not real cash in this game, or I might cry. I might cry. Just bawl my eyes out. Kazi is going to be making videos. He's all set up with his equipment and stuff, but we're just trying to work out some kinks for him. Man, I have a lot of junk in here. So it's funny, like you say sell junk, and when I click on it, are you sure I want to sell junk? Yes, I'm sure. But nothing's sold. Look at these are junk. I can't fix them. It won't let me. So I have to sell them one at a time. So it is nice to have that button, but it is not exactly... It's not exactly flawless. This game got a lot of flack when it came out for the bugs and stuff. Most of them are like minor nuisances. I've actually really liked it. Kasi will make one video by 2018. No, he'll make more than that. But... he was doing some test recording the other night and was getting duplicated sound and stuff. So he finally got to the point where he got his new computer in, got him all set up with some recording stuff and everything. Sorry, Kazi is a friend of mine that I actually introduced in a couple of other videos when we were playing Ark Survival Evolved and a few other games. But he hangs out on Discord chat with us, and usually if I'm looking for someone to play multiplayer with, Kazi usually ends up joining the game with me. So he's setting up a channel of his own, and some of the people that follow my channel have been waiting for some of his content to come out, and there just hasn't been any yet. It's coming, though. It's coming. It's the member leaks for the game. When it first came out, oh, yeah, it was rough. It's even now. So, like, if I move the mouse too quick, I can kind of still see, like, a little bit of, like, blurring and stuff. But I actually had to turn the graphic settings on this down, so I'm not even running it at the highest settings. I think someone asked about what computer I was using. I'm sorry, I forgot to answer. I'm using an HP Omen. It's not a top-of-the-line, so I have, like, 16 gigs of RAM. I think I have a 960 NVIDIA card. But I've noticed that it should be performing better than it is, and I have to actually turn the graphic settings down so I'm not running them on the highest level, or I get like really weird mouse lag and stuff. All right, let's see if we can find some parts for the DC Typhoon. We're just looking for body parts. So I need doors, I need a hood. I'm not even going to buy glass and lights because that's just not going to do any good for me. Oh, wait, I do have a hood already. Can I? Do I? Did I sell it? Maybe I couldn't fix it. 51 hours on Euro Truck. That's a good amount of time. I guess I sold the hood. Must have been not fixable. Car almost looks like a 1960 Volkswagen Carmen Gia. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like, I was actually looking at pictures of the Shelby Cobra. And at first I was like, I don't know. Like, the front end doesn't look quite right. But then I looked at the 427 and it looks much closer. But even still, like, the headlight part on the front of it doesn't seem to be quite right, but it's pretty close. Okay, let's go check out the junkyard. See if by any random chance some of these piles of junk have any parts for the DC Typhoon in it, and then the second trick will be, can I even fix the parts? We might get them back and find I can't repair them and have to buy them anyway, but we have a little bit of time tonight, so it'd be fine to go and check that out. I thought this is about cars, not people. No, we're totally disassembling people and reassembling them. This is the Frankenstein game. We're hunting in the graveyard to find body parts that we can reassemble people with. Junk. DC Typhoon left headlight. See, I wish I could grab these and fix them. I'm going to grab it anyway just to see. I'm pretty sure you can't fix anything that has glass associated with it. Or at least I can't. And it could just be that I don't have that last level of stuff I need. It's funny how you can open up a car to grab the junk out, but the junk that's in it isn't necessarily for that particular car. So there's like a Chieftain Bandit front bumper here, for example, and this is not a Chieftain Bandit. No DC Typhoon. We might even find another car we can buy here. That would be cool. You have certain diameters you'd like in your Build-A-Man. Yeah, we're working on a Build-A-Man. I think you mean parameters, right? Certain parameters for the Build-A-Man you want? Swapping devices, stream is on, and playing Slime Rancher at the same time. Nice. Good old Slime Rancher. That's actually a fun little game. It's so cute. Oh, look at that. We have an exhaust manifold at 82%. Gonna grab that. I don't need it, but I could use it probably at some point. What do we got over here? Oh, ain't she pretty? That's ugly. Bolt cape. I don't know. Look at that. It's even got a green fender on it. That's... Oh, yeah. That's sweet. I'm not going to grab that one. I'm going to look for something else. Cheap laptop. They downloaded Steam, bought and installed CMS8. Oh, yeah. It wouldn't even play. Devastated. I could see that. It actually... It's funny how much this game requires. Like, I'm sure it's got to be just something about the optimization of the game, but it requires, like, crazy amounts. I mean, this computer that I'm running it on isn't exactly top of the line, but it's new and it's not a complete potato. But I can't run this on top graphics. It just drags too much. Salem Kieran, Sakura Moon. I have like some of these parts in my some of the stuff in my garage. But the hard part is that like when you find body parts, if they're in the red, oftentimes you can't even try to repair them. Bolt Hellcat. Front left fender. So the Bolt Hellcat we actually bought the last time I played. So when I recorded, we came out to the junkyard and I found one of those and we grabbed it. It's in really ugly looking shape though. Like it's a dirt pig. The Shelby, when we got it back to the shop and they cleaned the rust and stuff off it, because for whatever reason it cleans it up when you bring it back to your shop instead of leaving it in like the dirty pigsty kind of look. It kind of cleans it up, and it looked almost reasonable. I mean, considering I hauled it out of like a junkyard, but that Hellcat I brought back, that thing is just, it's still ugly, ugly, ugly. Caster, man, I'm not seeing anything here. Even if I could get like some mirrors or something, that would be good. I didn't pay attention to what kind of seats I need, but I don't know if I can repair those anyway. People with 7700K and 100 Ti barely run it. Yeah, it's really crazy. Like, ew. I think I think this one's a 6250 processor. I could be wrong. Ooh, what have we got here? Another Corvette. Bolt Reptilia R2 supercharged. I have one of these in the garage already, so I'm not going to buy that. Although that's a pretty ugly looking car that would be nice to fix up, but we do have another one, so I'm not going to grab that. Delray. Dodge Challenger. We got that in the garage. Front left door. I'm going to grab that. Again, I don't know that I can repair any of these pieces, but I guess since I have the car in the garage, I might as well grab it. Engine head. Can I fix that at 18%? Let's find out. Let's find out. Even the main menu is... Oh, the main menu is the worst, actually. When you're in the main menu, something about the way they have like the thing like spins around the car, like this is like the super loud blaring music and stuff. We're working on the Shelby Cobra right now. Shelby Cobra 427. I just came out to the junkyard to see if there happened to be any parts here we could snag. Someone suggested we do that instead of just buying the parts fresh. We're looking for like a hood, a trunk, the side doors, but along the way, I'm actually finding a couple pieces that might be useful for some of the other cars that I have in the garage, because I think we have what, like 10 of them in there now. Sakura Moon, not in a rush for that. I bought Mechanic 2017 and it was fine. Was there a 2017? I've seen everyone playing the 2015, but I didn't realize there was a 2017. And this one's the 2018, even though it came out in 2017, because that makes, total sense. Hellcat front left fender. We'll grab that. Again, I don't know if I can fix it because it's in really poor condition. See, if we could actually, I would love if someone could come up with a mod that lets you fix this thing. If you could get like this big city bus and just haul that in the garage and fix it, that'd be sweet. And then take it out on the racetrack. That'd be awesome. I mean, awesome in the worst possible way, but still awesome. Did I check this junk pile? I don't know if I did. Ooh, Dodge Challenger hood. We'll grab that. Again, I don't know that I can fix it, but we'll try. Sam Spectre, Sakura. Man, I'm finding nothing for this Typhoon. Oh, the previous one. Okay, yeah. So I think the previous one was the 2015, but I could be wrong. Look at that. Somebody had a purple car. You can barely tell now. Chieftain Bandit. This one's purple. We already have a Chieftain Bandit in the garage. I'm not gonna buy that, but I do like the fact it's purple underneath. Oh yeah, I would love to be able to fix that car, the bus up. The transport truck that's like right at the entrance of the junkyard. That'd be sweet too. Dodge Charger front left door. We've already fixed the Charger. We don't need to worry about that. Engine head cover V8 overhead valve. No. I'm getting nothing here. Getting nothing. Nothing. Worst part is I don't even know that I'm going to be able to fix any of these parts that I'm taking. Which would really stink. Okay, so I'm just going to... You know what? I'm just going to look for other cars. We'll see if there's anything else out here we can buy car-wise, and then we'll just head back to the shop. This must be another Bolt something or other. Bolt Chapman. Don't want a Bolt Chapman. Oh, yes! I've been looking for one of these. Haha! Sweet! That's awesome. Smith 1500. That's obviously not the actual name of it, but this is like a 1958 Ford pickup? Something like that? That's sweet. Alright, so I've been trying to get one of these, and I couldn't find one for the longest time. I think I've come out to the junkyard 6 or 8 times hoping to find one. I've checked a whole bunch of barns and stuff, and I hadn't found one, and I finally got one. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm totally going to fix this thing up. Although I'd really love to mod it and put like a big engine in it and drop the suspension and put flames and all that junk. But I'm going to buy it. Let's snag this thing. $5,000 too. That's pretty cheap. Send that out to the car parking. Haha. That's awesome. I think I've probably said that in 3 or 4 of my videos. I wanted to snag one of those, and I finally got it. Yeah. Wow, that thing's a mess. Is this a big caddy? The Luxor Bowen, big old caddy. It's actually buried half here. I'm gonna leave that for now. We have a lot of cars to work on still, and that's not really on my big list to... Oh, not leave to the garage. It's not really on my list of like cars I necessarily want to grab. Okay, so we got basically nothing here for the DC Typhoon, unfortunately, or our little Shelby Cobra. Take a quick peek, see if there's another car around the corner here. Survey says... Oh, what do we have at the beginning here? This will be one of those Fuji Yakama cars. Katagiri Katsumoto. Don't need that. All right, let's go back to the garage. I think we're just going to have to buy the parts. Ooh, $178. Go me. So we'll buy the body parts we need fresh, I guess. We'll stick it on. Get her all painted up, all shiny and new, and then we'll take it out on the track and give it a little spin. Is a Junkyard better barn, or does barn have other types of cars? So I think there's actually different types of cars are available in different places. So like when you go to the showroom, that's the only place you can get new cars. You won't find any of the newer cars in the Junkyard or a barn. And then there's a different chance for different types of cars between the Junkyard and the barn. I don't know like necessarily what all those odds are, but they don't have the same cars necessarily. So of all that stuff I bought, the only thing I can try to fix is the engine head cover. And okay, I got it up to 100% at least. Do you know what level you have to be, or were you... Where did you find the Dodge Charger RT? Oh, I found the Dodge Charger in the Junkyard, and I think I was level 20, something like that. It was the first thing I grabbed. But it's all the Dodge stuff and the Mazda are downloadable content also. So if you didn't download those, I don't think you can get it. Okay, so we have DC Typhoon. We're gonna need a whole bunch of body parts. Well, actually, not that many, which is good. At Young Farmer channel, what resolution? Panel kit back there, but by the last car you looked at. Oh well, missed it now. All right, so it's DC Typhoon. Typhoon! And we'll just buy everything since I need everything. I wish I could just... Can I hit enter to buy this stuff? That'd be good. Ooh, I can. Yeah. Buying all the parts. This is a good chunk of cash, actually. So we started at, what, 388,000, I think somebody said? And we're now down at, like, 362,000. So it cost us, like, $28,000 to put this car back together. Body assembly. Oh yeah, it even left the hood open because I had it open when I took it off. Front bumper. Let's try to remember to put all the mirrors on the car this time, since I clearly didn't do a good job of that last time. The number of messages I got after I posted that video, like, you forgot the mirror! Are you crazy? There's no mirror on there! I was like, yep, I saw it when I was editing. Oh, that stunk. Where are the mods? They're so fun in chat. They're around somewhere. I don't think the... oddly enough, I don't think the people that I have as mods right now are super interested in the game. Most of the people that are following my channel currently started following because of Oxygen Not Included or like another game that I might have been playing. So this game is sort of like totally different niche, I think, than something like Oxygen Not Included. So they're not all into it. Let's get this door on. 21K investment. Oh yeah, I still haven't done the interior yet. I still have to rip out the seats, take care of the steering wheel. So a pretty decent chunk of money we spent on this thing. Did I put that on? I did. I put that on already. No, I put that on. We're good. We're good. All right, so I need license plates. And actually, I wonder... So you can put any license plate you want to. Oh, nah, I hit the wrong button. You can put any license plate you want to on it, but I don't even know what the options are. Do you remember the dipstick and caps? I did not. I'm going to go check those. Thank you for reminding me. So, license plate Croatia. You know what? I'm in Canada. Let's see if they have Canada plates. Tell me there's a move. Aw, come on. They have plates for Croatia and stuff, but they don't have Canada. That stinks. All right. What plate do I want to put on this thing? I guess it could be pretty much anywhere at this point. Florida, Hawaii. You know what? Let's make this a... Oh, no, Nevada. You know what? Let's go with Nevada plates. Those are cool. I need 2 of these. Because I like Las Vegas. Or Lost Wages. Should be finishing up for the final move tomorrow instead of here motoing. All my fault. Thank you. No, I didn't say you were lazy. I was suggesting that maybe people that weren't as interested in the game would be less inclined to watch it. Which I think... which I think makes sense. Right? Doesn't it? So you're moving tomorrow, and you're not packing. So I hope you have movers then. And look at that. See that? I almost forgot the driver's side mirror again. But I spotted it this time. I got it. Nobody can make messages. Quebec. I don't know that they have any Canadian plates. Actually, I'm going to take a quick peek. I don't think they had any Canadian plates. So they have, like, some international ones, a whole bunch of U.S. ones. Oh, you know what? That was my problem. I was looking at a country instead of a province. So if I just look at Ontario, for example. No, they don't have Ontario plates either. Ontario, that ain't no place. That ain't no place. Maryland, Maine. Lots of U.S. plates, naturally, because... Although, it's funny, this is an international game, actually. Slovenia, Slovakia, Sweden. Man, apparently we're a third-rate country. Spain... San Marino, like Russia. You can get plates for everywhere, just not for Canada. Okay, somebody needs to mod in some Canadian plates, so I can have a Canadian car. Man, to the paint room. That's right. I think we got everything on here now. It's funny. You put all the parts on and then you take it to the paint room, where technically you would have to take half the parts off. Whatever. Let's move to the paint room. Blah, 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 blah. Paint. Yeah, awesome. That's freaking sweet. Nobody drives in Canada. That's right. It's the trouble is, they thought the game would be really boring if they just had you spray painting your dog's sled. That's the trouble. Okay, so somebody was suggesting to me that if you paint this thing with a matte finish first, kind of like a factory finish, set factory, paint car, and then once, oh man, that looks gross. And then if you take it from the factory finish and you put it into something else. Let's see, brightness. And then you change it like a metallic. Apparently, it comes out with a really nice finish on it. But I don't know if it really makes a difference or not. Hue. What color we should make this thing? Do we want to go with like a blue or like a red? I kind of like the red. Mask them off first. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, you can't really do anything in this. You just sort of spray it. They have both New York plates. Yeah, see, tons of plate options, but just nothing for Canada. We're the nation that's forgotten. Red. Yeah, I'm liking the red also. All right, we'll go with red. Set current. No, come on. Brightness. Saturation. There we go. Paint car. Haha. So I guess this one must have been white initially anyway. Oh, and then so in the livery there's 3 different options in here. So we've got Typhoon 1, which adds this crazy blue stripe down the middle of it. Which I'm not really sold on with the blue coloring. If the car was white, that one actually would look pretty cool. This one looks sweet. That looks great with the red, actually. So the Typhoon livery 2. And or this one here with the yellow stripe, which isn't so bad either. Needs a maple leaf on the hood. That's right. You know what? We're going to go in, and we're going to get our own custom livery. And we're going to make this thing the big Canadian car, eh? We'll put, like, a big moose on the hood, eh? And, like, some beavers on the side for the doors. And then, like, make it look like there's, like, maple syrup on it, eh? And then we'll do, like, we'll, like, mod up some Canadian plates. We'll be all set. Well, it'd be like the Moose Mobile. I think I'm going to go with the livery 2. I like that look. Okay. Sweet. Ah, that's nice. That looks awesome, actually. I do actually still need to do the... I didn't check the cap in here. So, hold on. Let's check our status. 100% on global parts condition, 82% on global body. Okay, so I got the global parts. So funny, this one didn't have the radiator cap, and I didn't have to do anything with the dipstick, but I don't know. Don't forget, oh yeah, the hockey stick holders, eh? We could have like, instead of, I don't know, where can we put the hockey sticks? Instead of like bumpers, make it look like hockey sticks. Doing the... Doing the muffler so it goes, sorry, as you go by. You love it when I say A and go Canadian. That's not how I talk, though, so much. This car looks sweet. That is awesome. Okay, I'm going to send this back out to front because we need to... we still need to do the interior. Not that there's all that much to do in it, but you need to go full Canadian more often. Hey, like, welcome to the Great White North, eh? I'm Bob. This is my brother, Doug. How's it going, eh? All right. Get our door open. I need to go into interior mode so we can interior disassemble the one part that's in here. Oh, man, that was the hardest disassembly ever. All right. Whoops. No, wrong button. Wrong button. I need seats. What did I... Oh, my gosh. Get me out of here, please. There we go. Oh, again, with the wrong button. You just died a little inside. Why? No, don't go. I'm not. Yeah. Did I just make a Canadian car? Well, it's red and white, so I guess it's kind of Canadian. No, but no. But it would. It would be really funny to do a whole bunch of like wacky livery and just make a ridiculous looking car and call it like the Canadian Mobile. And I think I'm gonna do that. But I need to pick like a really ridiculous car to do it with. I'm thinking maybe like that Bowen Brown thing that's like supposed to be like a big Cadillac. That would look so awesome. But I don't know if there's any livery for the Cadillac. We'll have to see. No, this isn't a drinking stream. I'm just chilling. I can see Cryptic going more Canadian once he's had a few. No, actually not that much. I work so much with the U.S. that I think a lot of my Canadian accent, my Canadian colloquialisms have kind of gone away. So look at that. I bought those Challenger pieces, and I can't even use them. Same thing with the Hellcat. Seat Typhoon. It's not just a seat, it's a Typhoon. The most epic voice for streaming? Why, thank you. Kazi ever gets to stream, we might get into seat. Yeah, that's true. If he does ever get it going. Kazi's watching, which I don't think he is right now. Interiors. I need a Typhoon seat. Typhoon! Seat Typhoon. Steering wheel Typhoon. Typhoon. So there's only like 3 parts to put in this thing. 2 seats and a steering wheel. Struggling not to laugh so loud I don't make everyone. I honestly think that Bowen car with like a huge moose on the hood, that would be awesome. I kind of want to do that now. What did I do? I misclicked again. I can't do nothing right. Okay, so we got our 2 seats. There's 1. There's 2. Oh, I didn't even see if I could fix the seat I had. I probably should see that. I don't think I can. Oh, look at that steering wheel. It's got like the wood grain almost. Back to normal mode. Oh, look at that. She's looking pretty. That car is sweet. Sweet. Nope, I can't fix the seat. No, Kazi's not watching. Have a good night, Snake Man. Thanks for coming and checking out the stream. My IQ just skyrocketed to 290 since you started watching this. Why? Because my dumbness makes you feel smarter? Is that how that works? I got me one of them big fat brains. All right, ship our little detailing kit over, and we'll get the inside of this thing all cleaned up, and then we'll see what our body condition's at. Hopefully, we can get this one a little close to 100% now that I actually theoretically have all the parts on it. Boom, $100 to clean my own car. I still don't understand that. The cleaning materials are clearly here. I didn't have to buy them, but I just charged myself $100 to clean the inside of my own car. That looks awesome. Okay, I want this car now. If I could have this thing in the garage, that'd be sweet. My wife would hate me, but man, that would be sweet. Anyone know the Kazi summoning ritual? Yeah, it's called my text. But I think he's out tonight doing stuff and things. It is a sweet car. 100% on both. Yeah! And our value is now $63,596. Restoration bonus of $10,599. I wonder if that bonus is included in the car value or if they layer that on top. Ooh, you have Happy Juice. Yay, Happy Juice. Beats the minivan Cryptic currently drives. No, I don't have a minivan. I have a Hyundai Elantra. Which again is not necessarily a big fancy car, but it's a little better than a minivan. Oh, that looks awesome. I love how that turned out. And that livery looks really cool on it too. Sweet. All right, this thing is now fully repaired, and I feel compelled to take it out for a drive. How do I get in this thing? Oh, we're in. Close the door. How do I close the door? I can't close the door. Drive the car. Let's start the car. How does it run? Nice rumble. Sweet. All right. Let's see if I can crash this thing now that I got it like completely fixed up. Let's take it out to... I should... You know what? I should plug in my Xbox controller. Because I can't drive with the keyboard. Let's take this out to the racetrack. We'll take it out for a spin. It's a really good thing, probably. Oh, I did it again. Oh, man. Nobody mentioned it. Great job, Cryptic. Except I didn't put engine in the car, so I just seized the whole thing up. Must crash. I think I've done that probably... Well, I did the same thing, actually, with the Dodge Charger. I started it up without putting any other... Please no crashing. I can't make any promises. I'm a horrible driver in this game. Hype for the Mazda DLC, expecting there would be a Miata. There's a Mazda RX-7, but... Boy, was let down. Well, The thing, too, is, like, you'll probably say, yeah, time to rebuild the engine. Let's start over again, everyone. Cryptic sees it up. The pistons are shot. All right. Let's try that again. You know what? We'll just go over here. Don't got to get back in. Racetrack. That was a nice car to rebuild, though. Wow. That's going to be sweet. Oh, I'm totally going to do a burnout. I was, like, when I was doing the Dodge Charger, I was just doing, like, all these donuts and stuff on the racetrack roadway so I could get screenshots. It's nice. And the nice part is you can go to a camera mode where you can look around it. It's a little freaky that there's no driver in it. I feel like they probably could have modeled in something, even if it didn't. Even if the driver didn't look awesome. Oh, that sounds awesome. Oh, peeled it out. It doesn't actually. You don't get like the smoking tires and stuff the same way though. 150 kilometers an hour. I probably should slow down a little bit into the corner. Oh, my. Oh. Okay, this thing handles way differently than the Charger did. Where's my controller? Hold on. I'm still working on the keyboard. I need to plug in my Xbox remote. See if we can do this a little bit better. Now, the trouble is with the Xbox remote, I can't do the same kind of camera look around. So I'll have to kind of do a combination of this and the mouse. Come on. Plug in. Oh, yeah, that's good for the front of the car. I can't get the controller plugged in. It's foiling me. There we go. Fast and Furious, the Canadian edition. Fast and Furious with maple syrup. Oh, that is sweet. Oh no! Oh, right. Camera controls on the. It does. You can do it with the controller. No, camera. Oh! Up on two wheels. That's how you take a proper corner, right there. This thing handles dramatically differently than the Dodge Charger did, though. The Charger was really, really greasy. This one's not so much. Oh, no. Oh, after that. That didn't work so good. Oh, almost hit the wall, but not quite. Yeah. Oh. So this is why I don't play racing games. No, I'm all over the road. There we go. Holy cow, the handling of this is so weird. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, my God. Oh, there's my car rolling away way out there. I don't even know. How do I get it back on the track? I can drive it in the grass. Yeah. That's sweet. Where I can't even see it. It's so there's a tree growing in the middle of the road out there. That makes no sense. All right, hold on. Go, see you, everyone. I'll catch you all later. Oh, no, look out. Okay, this is not something I knew you could do. This is pretty awesome. Oh! Okay, we're doing tricks now. That was epic. I had no idea you could get out of here. So there must be a fake wall there because it just made me do a backflip. Nope. Oh, nope. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so awesome. I didn't realize you could do this. I don't think I did break the game because they have all this stuff out here. Like, I feel like if they didn't want you to drive out here, they wouldn't have it. That's sweet. Turn this around. Driving over a wall and finding there's a... Look at this. There's a tree growing through the overpass. This is... Yeah, this has to be a glitch, but they have all this stuff out here. So... Oh. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think I know why the tree's growing through the road, the overpass. Oh my gosh. That was so sweet. I did a full backflip with this thing, too. Let's go see if there's anything else down here. So the overpasses are clearly not a good option, but the roadway works. I wonder if I can hit a tree. What happens if that happens? Oh, look out! Look out! Oh no! Sorry, Caitlin, this doesn't bring back any bad memories. Invisible roads. This is sweet. Where else can I go with this thing? How far will this thing let me drive before it just gives me an invisible wall and smokes my car? It's a really good thing I can't trash this thing, or we'd be really dead right now. It bounces so much when you're on the grass. Can't it be over yet? Just close your eyes, Caitlin. Don't look. It's all good. Okay, so I found the invisible... Oh, nope. You can go through the invisible wall. Holy... Can you go anywhere with this thing? I wonder if this is something they're going to add to the game later, where you can go out and drive around and stuff. I had no idea you could get outside of the racetrack, though. That's sweet. I kind of like... I almost like this better than being on the track. Oh, look out! I found the end of the world. I don't know what this spells for my car exactly, but I hope it means I don't have to do it all over again. That looks cool, though. Look, I've got the very first flying car. Vroom, vroom, vroom. I can't control it or anything in terms of the spin, but that's really interesting. I could probably just go back to the garage with it, I guess. It's a black hole. Look, we're gonna fall into a black hole. No. Well, we found the end. We found the end, Caitlin. So you don't have to worry now. If your car, if this brings back any bad memories for you, then I'm really worried about your past. Let's get it back to the garage because clearly I can't do anything else here. Tell me I can go back. Yes, return to garage. That was pretty awesome, though. I thought it was a car repair sim, but it turns out it's a flight sim. That was pretty sweet. Now you know I'm gonna need to try and crash another car and get it over that wall because that was awesome. Wow, that was fun. All right, so we got our car all put back together. It looks all shiny new, despite the fact I rolled it about 15 or 20 times there. I was going 700 kilometers an hour on the fall. That's sweet. Pretty sure it's not. I don't know. I don't think the engine's rated for that. It's probably not supposed to happen. Car from the Nutty Professor. That is. That was really that was really interesting. All right, well, I'm going to call it a wrap of the stream, I think. We've run just about the 2 hours. I wasn't sure if we were going to take the whole time, but it was kind of cool chatting with everyone while we played. We got the car all finished up. It looks sweet, even though it really should look like a big crumpled mess back in the junkyard again. Check the global condition. Yeah, it's still going to be 100%. Global condition, 100% for both the body and the parts, which makes no sense after what I just did to this thing, but... Yeah, that was pretty... It is the Harry Potter car. We're just out to pick up. It's Ron Weasley's car. We're gonna get Harry Potter and Hedwig. I wish I had some way I could put that out as a highlight, just like that. That was pretty sweet. But I'm gonna call a wrap for tonight. I think I'm gonna come back and do another full car rebuild. We might do another stream again because this has been kind of fun. I don't know whether I should do the next rebuild just on stream or as a video. Maybe I'll do like a combination of the two. I'll do some rebuilds as videos and just post them, and then we'll maybe do some as another stream because I like chatting with people while I play instead of just talking to myself all the time. If you are watching the stream though and you don't currently subscribe to the channel, then certainly consider clicking that subscribe button. I generally stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock Eastern, and then I kind of splice in some other days every now and then where I want to play a different game and I want to stream it. So Friday's a bit of an off day for me, but it's not unusual for me to stream on a Friday. Thanks everyone for watching the stream. I do hope you enjoyed. I did enjoy chatting with all of you. I'm as always CrypticFox, and I would prefer you didn't eat my wife. I'll catch all of you next time.